Have you ever wondered what true charity looks like? It's more than just donating money or volunteering at a soup kitchen, though those are wonderful things. True charity in its purest form is a state of being. It's a love that is unconditional, selfless, and directed towards everyone without exception. And there is no greater example of this profound love, this perfect charity, than Jesus Christ. His life wasn't just a series of events. It was a living, breathing sermon on how to love one another. When we look at the life of Jesus, we see charity in action at every turn. Think about it. He didn't just preach love, he lived it. He spent his time with those society had cast aside, the poor, the sick, the marginalized. He touched the untouchable, he ate with sinners, and he offered hope to the hopeless. His miracles weren't displays of power for their own sake. They were acts of profound compassion. When he healed a blind man, it wasn't just to restore his sight. It was an act of love, seeing the individual's suffering and responding with mercy. When he fed 5,000 people with just a few loaves and fishes, it was because he saw their hunger, both physical and spiritual, and his heart was moved with compassion. This is the first lesson we can learn from his example. Charity sees a need and acts. It doesn't wait to be asked. It doesn't calculate the cost. It simply responds to the human condition with love. Jesus didn't have a grand headquarters or a fundraising committee. His resources were his time, his attention, and his boundless love. He gave of himself completely. He listened when no one else would. He offered forgiveness when others offered condemnation. His charity was personal, intimate, and transformative. Let's consider the story of the Good Samaritan. Jesus told this parable to answer the question, "Who is my neighbor?" The answer he gave shattered the social and cultural barriers of his day. The hero of the story wasn't a religious leader, but a Samaritan, a person despised by the very people Jesus was speaking to. The Samaritan saw a man beaten, robbed, and left for dead. Others, people of high standing, had passed him by. But the Samaritan stopped. He didn't ask what religion the man was, or what he had done to deserve his fate. He simply saw a fellow human being in desperate need. He cleaned his wounds, took him to an inn, and paid for his care. That, Jesus taught, is what being a neighbor is all about. It's about showing mercy. This is charity in its essence, extending love and help to anyone in need, regardless of who they are, where they come from, or whether we think they deserve it. This brings us to a deeper aspect of Christ's charity, forgiveness. Can you imagine a more difficult act of love? Forgiveness is hard. It goes against our natural instinct to seek justice or hold a grudge. Yet Jesus made it central to his teachings. He told Peter to forgive not 7 times, but 70 times 7, a number that symbolizes infinity. He taught us to pray, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." He didn't just teach it. He lived it right up to his final moments. While hanging on the cross in unimaginable agony and betrayed by those he came to save, what did he say? He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." This is a level of charity that challenges us to our very core. It asks us to let go of anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge. It asks us to see the humanity even in those who have hurt us most. This kind of love, this forgiving charity, has the power to heal not only the person being forgiven, but also the one who is forgiving. It frees us from the chains of bitterness and allows us to move forward in peace. It's a reflection of the divine love that sees our flaws and loves us anyway. Following Christ's example means striving to cultivate that same forgiving heart. Another beautiful facet of Christ's charity is his humility. He was the Son of God, yet he came to earth not as a king demanding to be served, but as a humble servant. One of the most powerful images of this is when he washed his disciples' feet. In that culture, washing feet was the job of the lowest servant. Yet here was their master, their teacher, kneeling before them, performing this menial task. He was teaching them and us that true greatness is found in service. Charity isn't about being in a position of power and benevolently giving to those beneath us. It's about humbling ourselves, putting the needs of others before our own, and serving them with love and respect. It's about seeing every person as a child of God, worthy of dignity. Think about how this applies to our lives. How often do we seek recognition for our good deeds? How often does pride get in the way of us serving someone? Jesus showed that authentic charity is quiet, humble, and seeks no reward other than the act of loving itself. It's helping a coworker without needing the boss to see. It's caring for a family member without complaint. It's listening to a friend's problems without needing to offer a perfect solution, but simply to be present. That is the charity of a humble heart. So what does this all mean for us here and now in this complex and often divided world? It means we have a perfect blueprint. Following Jesus Christ is not about adhering to a rigid set of rules. It is about an invitation to love as he loved. It's a challenge to see the world through the lens of charity. When you see someone who is struggling, can you see them with compassion as Jesus did? When someone hurts you, can you find it in your heart to work towards forgiveness? When you have the opportunity to help, can you do so with humility, without seeking praise? This is the challenge. Taking up this challenge doesn't mean we have to be perfect overnight. We will stumble, we will fall short, but the beauty of his example is that it's also an example of grace. The goal is the journey, the daily effort to be a little more compassionate, a little more forgiving, a little more humble. Start small. The next time you feel a flash of judgment towards someone, pause. Try to see them as a person with their own struggles and story. The next time you have the chance to serve, whether it's holding a door open or volunteering your time, do it with a cheerful and humble heart. Let the principle of charity guide your interactions. Let it shape your words, your thoughts, and your actions. The world desperately needs more of this kind of love. It needs more people who are willing to bridge divides, to heal wounds, and to serve one another selflessly. The example of Jesus Christ is not a relic of the past. It is a timeless and urgent call to action for our present. It is a path to a more meaningful life and a better world. So let's take up the challenge. Let's study his life, ponder his teachings, and strive to follow his perfect example of charity. Let's try to love one another as he has loved us. In doing so, we not only honor him, but we also discover the best version of ourselves and bring a little more light into the world. Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content that explores faith and life. May you go forth and be an instrument of charity in the world. See you next time.